Welcome to Becoming Fearless, the personal growth podcast for you if you are ready to overcome fear and step into your greatness. Our purpose is to help you overcome your limits, have loads of fun along the way, unlocking your fullest potential in life, business, health and relationships every single day. I'm your host, Charlotte Carter, a high-performance coach and entrepreneur with over 20 years experience. I've supported many highly driven, talented people like you who dream big and are ready to take action to overcome what's holding them back. Each week, my guests and I will be sharing hacks and habits on how to build self-belief, courage and confidence to master your mindset and navigate your emotions so that you can reach your human potential in a way that feels light, fun and easeful and helps you become fearless. Let's go. Hello and welcome to Becoming Fearless. This episode is all about embodying the energy of ease when it feels really hard. This is a corker of an episode. This is something that I have been working on, chatting with many people all over the globe around this whole concept. And I love it. It's a juicy topic. It's something that I really want to get straight into. And I'd love to know what you think about this episode. It can be something that I think you may need to listen to a few times to let it land a bit. So let's break it down. Let's talk about embracing energy of ease and it being hard. I want to go straight to that. It's got to be hard. Peace. I have navigated this journey with many people around the belief that it's got to be hard for you to receive it, or it's got to be hard for you to celebrate it or for you to own it. You've got to have earned it. It has to be really hard for you to say it's successful. It's got to be hard because then you've proved to everybody else that you have, worked for it. It's not just landed on a plate for you. It can't be easy because that's going to feel like it's a fluke or it's going to feel like you're cheating the system. This whole concept of working hard is something that's in societal. It's a societal conditioning. It's what we're told as very young children in school and possibly by our parents and caregivers all around. As long as you've worked hard, as long as you've done your best, as long as you have put the effort in and put the graft in. And in amongst that, there's also the work hard, play hard. You get your results once you've done the work, once you've worked hard at it. And if we were brought up in a society that's like, actually, what's the easiest way that you can get this result? What's the most fun way? What's the lightest way that you can get this result? What's the most joyful way, or the way that you can connect with more people? Or what's the way that lights you up in your soul that you can get this result? But unfortunately, at the moment, society is very much about you have to work hard. So for so many of us, as we step into entrepreneurship, this whole working hard ethic is part of our belief system. It is like, do you know what? To get this business off the ground, if I really graft and work all the evenings and all the weekends, I'll be able to get there. It's a big part of showing up. I've got to be committed. I've got to put a lot of time and effort, and it's got to feel hard. And there is an element of actually putting the hours in to be able to get your learning up, to be able to move through that education piece where you're full on learning what you're doing and how you're doing it and how you're putting everything together and all of the extra things that take about being a CEO, but also the piece around understanding that you are what you attract. So if you are in that space of working hard, your business is going to feel like you work hard. Your business is going to feel like you're in the space of it being a big part of working hard is what you are going to attract. So you're going to attract a business that you built that actually takes a lot of time and effort and a lot of graft, and you have to work hard to sustain it. When we really focus on we are what we want to attract and we really lean in and dig in inside about that, then we really understand that actually, if we want to embrace the energy of ease, we've got to have that within ourselves. We've got to be able to look at this whole way of being and this working hard belief system and pattern that some people will have, and how we can break it down. How can we dismantle it? How can we really understand who we are, what we're here for, how we're going to show up, and how we can understand that actually we can break this down. This is what I recommend for a lot of people that I work with who are high achievers, who recognize this pattern within themselves, this work hard ethic. I invite you to really think about your work hard ethic and how it shows up for you, because I am totally here for the disciplined approach. That's what I've reframed it as, the disciplined approach, where in these set boundaried hours, I am going to be super disciplined and get through a load of stuff that I know I can do because that's the ethic that I've got. I'm focused and disciplined within those boundaries. When I'm not in that space, when I'm in the family time or the fun time or the free time, then I can be in a completely different space. I can be in a completely different energy. And I think that's one of the switches that I see a lot of people make that really helps them. They start to go with, actually, do you know what? I have got inner grit and determination, and it does help me to have deadlines, and it does help me to have focus. And I do resonate with the working hard because I do feel like I'm focused, and I do feel like I'm disciplined, and I do feel like I'm motivated by those outcomes and those external goals. So to use that as a strength, I'm going to get really focused and just be boundaried in my hours and allow everyone, including the universe, to realize that actually in these moments, within these hours, that is who you are. You are focused, determined, disciplined, and really, really strong and powerful and an achiever in those moments, in your business, in your growth, and all of those things. And then outside of those boundaries, you can be whoever you want. You can have this lightness. Now, let's look at the other part of this whole phrase, which was, the whole episode was called Embodying the Energy of Ease When It Feels Hard. So we've looked a little bit about the feeling hard. Let's talk about the energy of ease first of all, and then we'll talk about embodiment. So let's talk about energy first. There is a number of episodes that relate to energy that I would invite you to go and have a listen to as well if you are interested in energy, energetics, entrepreneur of energy, that kind of thing. But ultimately, energy is what we all are, how we all show up. It's what we're all made of. Life's full of energy. All of our experiences are energy. And when we are emitting a certain energy or a certain frequency, that's what we will attract into our life. So when we are emitting the frequency of it's got to be hard, it's got to be a struggle, it's got to be a strain, then things show up in our life that match that. So things come up in our life that are like a struggle or a strain or feel really hard. When we are in the energy of expansion or excitement or opportunities or possibilities or curiosity or anticipation, those kind of vibrations, then we attract in all those kind of things. So when you understand that that's how the energy side of things work, and you might notice people and you might think, wow, they always seem to get those opportunities. They are resonating at that frequency, at that vibration internally, and then they are putting their antenna out to the world and they are attracting it into their space. So if we think about the energy of ease, I'd like you for a moment to really tune into what that is for you. Because the energy of ease for me, or the easeful energy, will be completely different for me than it is for you. Completely different. My energy of ease is me packing up my dry robe, going to an obstacle course, going over the obstacle course, absolutely loving my life. I feel massively in the energy of ease. The energy of ease is me delivering the podcast. The energy of ease is me standing on stage in front of hundreds of people. The energy of ease for me is very different than it will be for everybody else. Everybody has their own unique energy. So if somebody said to me, I'm going to create this for you and it's going to be super easy, I wouldn't necessarily like that, because I like to have the stretch and the growth, and I like to think outside the box and think about all of the possibilities. I'd like it to be an opportunity for growth for everyone involved. So I always kind of think about what's the easeful way. And for me, it's more about how people are, how they show up, what are their personalities, their behaviors, their traits. That's the thing that I want easy. I want to have people that I have in my world that allow me to feel great, allow me to feel unique, allow me to share my energy, and then do the same. So have a think about this energy of ease, what it is for you. Would it be working part-time? Would it be working on different things? Would it be creating a whole life around variety? Would it be helping other people and giving back? Would it be doing some volunteering? Would it be that you had 2 days a week where you could do absolutely what you want with no structure? Would it be that you had a super structured life and that would feel easy for you? Have a think as you're listening to the podcast, wherever you are, what that energy of ease is for you, what feels easeful, what would feel joyful, easeful, light, and you absolutely love it. So for me, easeful is about variety, for certain. If somebody said to me, you're doing the same thing every day, doing the same thing every week, I'd be like, doesn't work with me. It really doesn't work. It actually puts me back. So the variety is easeful for me. And then let's look at the word embrace. Embrace, what a powerful word. This is a word that is associated with love. You know, you embrace your partner, people that you love, you hug them tight, you have an embrace with them. It is something that some high achievers and high performers struggle with. They struggle with this connection of embracing. Some people find it a positive, some people find it a negative, some people find like, well, I'm just not here for this. I'm on my own, I'm like driven, I haven't got time to kind of like sit in the energy of embrace. What I really want you to think about is this like embodiment action around the embracing. That's what a hug is, isn't it? Somebody embodying you and holding you and loving you and keeping you safe and showing you that they are here for you. And in this moment, everything feels loved or cherished or supported. So when we think about embracing the energy of ease, we want to think about how we can embody this into our soul, into our purpose, into our passion, into our body, so that it actually feels like a warm hug, like you are loving on yourself, like you are stepping into and living that easeful energy, so that from that space and place you can create anything you desire, and it can feel like anything's possible. And so with that, you end up being the frequency of anything is possible. I am here for all of the opportunities, the possibility. I am embracing the energy of ease, and in this way and in this shape, it makes me feel expansive, it makes me feel excited, and it definitely won't feel hard, because it will feel like it is exactly as it's meant to be, like I have attracted it in that way, shape or form. So let me know what pieces of this episode resonate with you. I have many ways to help people break down those beliefs of it's got to be hard. I'd like you, first of all, if you resonate with that, think about why, and what does hard mean for you? And what are you either trying to prove to yourself or trying to prove to other people? And do you feel like you have to earn things to be easy? And do you feel like you would be cheating the system if it was easy? And do you feel like fear has got a hold on you, that actually if it's easy, it's a fluke, and this whole imposter syndrome come in and people won't trust you, or it won't be sustainable or anything like that? Because I'm here to absolutely smash those fear. I'm here to say to you that life can be exactly as you want it to attract. There will be lessons, there will be learnings, there will be stretches, and there will be growth. There will also be limitless potentiality for wild success, for opportunities and spaces and places that blow your mind. You can create anything that you want in this world, and you can be that beacon of light for so many people that actually when you start sharing your mission, your vision, your purpose, your passion, your brilliance, your expertise in a way that feels easeful, in a way that feels fun, that feels light, that feels friendly, that feels approachable, that feels safe and trusting, then you get to shine in a way like never before. It's a great place to be. And I really invite you all listening with me in your ears right now to really tune into that for yourself. What would that feel like for you? And if you're already there, what would it feel like if it was bigger, if it was expanded, if it was larger than life? What would be that next feeling where you're like, whoa, this is magnetic. This feels like it has absolutely taken my breath away. This feels like I have blown my mind on multiple levels. They're a bit like what this podcast is doing for me, my throat going. Becoming fearless is about embracing the energy of ease without it feeling hard. What are the fears that come up? Is it judgment, visibility? Is it fear of your greatness? Is it fear of it not being sustainable, the ease not being sustainable? Is it fear of it being a fluke? Have a tune in with yourself, see what happens, see what comes up. And as always, I would love to know. This episode is about you connecting to and embracing and embodying who you really are. Let's stop for a minute and forget where it's felt hard, where it's felt struggle, where it's felt a strain. And let's just tune in for a moment to our hearts and the love we have all around us, the love we have ourselves, embrace ourselves in a massive hug, and trust and know and tune into you are what you want to attract. So if you are feeling in that space of love, easefulness, anticipation, curiosity, possibilities, excitement, fun, joy, laughter, happiness, then you will attract more and more of that into your life. So you get to choose. You get to choose what energy you'd like to embody today and every single day. And I would love you to choose the one that really lights you up, the one that fills you with joy, the one that feels so great. A bit like me in the dry road, find your version, anchor it in, and step into limitless success in a way that feels good for you. I have loved sharing this episode with you. I would love and I will continue to share more solo episodes. Let me know if there's something that you would like me to cover. And also, I will be sharing more and more of my guest episodes. Let me know if you have a story around becoming fearless and you would like to apply to be a guest on the podcast as well. I have loved hanging out with you today. Huge love to you all. Take care, have fun, and look after yourselves. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode. I hope that you're feeling energized, fearless, and inspired to take action today to stand in your greatness. I share even more tools and resources on my I Dare to Leap email newsletter. By signing up, you not only get early access to the I Dare to Leap products and services, but you also get brand new podcast episodes delivered straight to your inbox every Monday, meaning you'll never miss your weekly dose of becoming fearless energy. Sign up now at www.idaretoleap.com/newsletter or click the link in the show notes below.